Hey y'all, hey, happy Saturday. Hey, hey. I was gone for a minute, but I'm back. And happy February. Happy Black History Month. I'm Scholarship College Mama, and this is episode 3 of my new podcast. We're going to talk about Black History Month. We're going to talk about February scholarships. We're going to talk about things that are new and due this week or next week, but it's been a week. Can we talk about the week that was? Last week was my husband's birthday, and we took Liz back to school up at Bard College, and then we stayed up in the Catskills and we celebrated him. So I didn't have the podcast, I didn't go live. You didn't see me last weekend, but yeah, that man has been in office a few days, about a week and a half now, and it's been a week. I've had several drinks since he's been in office. Liz put me onto this sake. It's called Jinro. Do you all drink sake? She loves Asian culture. She loves K-pop. She loves J-dramas. And she loves this little Asian restaurant near the school. It's like a fusion of Asian and Mexican or Hispanic food. And it's great. And then she drinks this sake. She's like, Mom, you gotta try it. The grapefruit. I love everything grapefruit. And mm, mm, it's pretty good. So the week started for me Monday night going into Tuesday with people talking about the federal funding freeze. Why that matters? Well, millions of people work for the federal government, and there are millions of programs and billions of dollars in these federal programs, not just Head Start, not just food stamps and WIC and SNAP and Section 8, but now we're talking about Pell Grants. We're talking about loans, subsidized and unsubsidized loans. We're talking about Grad Plus loans. We're talking about Parent Plus loans. So people were freaking out. And the information that I got when I made my first video was directly from the White House. Now, mind you, this information was muddled and it was not clear. So we were all trying to interpret what they were trying to say. But if you think about it, this is all laid out in Project 2025. He's doing what he said he was going to do. I said this last fall after the election. After Kamala lost and he won, I said, you all better buckle up, Buttercup, and get ready. He's coming for everything that matters to you. He's coming for Pell Grants. He's coming for scholarships next. They're not only trying to tax scholarships, they're trying to get rid of scholarships that have any type of race or ethnicity attached to them. Yeah, that's next. They're going to say that they're discriminatory to white folks. I can see that coming down the pipe. So anyway, this week started Monday night into Tuesday with the federal funding freeze and the chaos that ensued after that. So it was supposed to go into effect Tuesday at 5. And right before that, a Biden judge, a judge that was appointed by President Biden, I believe, blocked that for a week. So we have until Monday or Tuesday until that block is lifted to see what's going to happen next week. But the plane crash in DC, there was another plane crash in Philly. The world is literally on fire right now. Literally. And LA just is beginning to get rain and beginning to get some, not normalcy because things are still chaotic there, but the fires have subsided. The rain is falling. Just, it's a lot going on right now, right? So, whatever I can do to try to bring you all news and information and bring you these scholarships, I'm definitely going to do. Oh, we also heard news of that man in office trying to cancel Black History Month, or in federal offices and federal places and federal spaces. There will be no more Black History Month, no more Juneteenth, no more Asian Pacific Islander Month, no more Native American history, no more anything or anybody that doesn't have anything to do with white men. We're getting rid of all of that. But the last I checked, I'm Black every day. So I can celebrate whatever I want, however I want. And you should do the same. Yeah, so I had a webinar today and it was awesome. It was at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And we talked all about scholarships, grants, federal aid, and what's going on in the world right now. The recording is up. The recording is in my Stand store. I encourage you to go find my bio, click the link in my bio and take a look and download that and get a copy of that if you need it. We talked about February scholarships that are due today, next week, and the week after. We talked about STEM scholarships. We talked about Black History Month. We talked about scholarships for Black students, scholarships for all students. So, three big scholarships that opened at the end of last month that aren't due until March are the Microsoft. I call them the big three. I want to talk about those with you tonight. So, we've got Blacks at Microsoft, Women at Microsoft, and their Microsoft Disability Scholarship. Let's talk about it. Let's start with Blacks at Microsoft. Let me pull it up. All right, Blacks at Microsoft, otherwise known as BAM, they will award 55 scholarships totaling 150,000 US dollars. They're going to give 5 awards of 5,000 and 50 awards of 2,500. So the $5,000 awards are renewable. The $2,500 awards, one and done, one time only. Okay, and the renewable ones are good for up for 3 years or until you get your bachelor's degree. You need to have or maintain a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale, and it has to be contingent with your major. What majors make you eligible? Let's talk about it. First of all, you have to be a high school senior of African descent. So African American, African, West Indian, Caribbean, and so on. You need to be planning to attend a 4-year college or university. You need to be planning to major in the following: engineering, computer science, computer information systems, or business, like business administration, finance, marketing, at an accredited 4-year college or university. Demonstrate a passion for technology, have a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale, and require financial assistance. You need one letter of recommendation, you need your transcript, and that is due March 13th. Okay? And if you have questions about that, reach out to me and let me know. Let's talk about women at Microsoft. If you identify as a woman, this is for you. Let's talk about it. Women at Microsoft, otherwise known as WHAM, will be awarding 26 one-time awards of $5,000 each. So, Women at Microsoft is not renewable. It's a one-time award, one and done, $5,000. Applicants for the Women at Microsoft Scholarship must be a graduating high school senior, self-identify as a woman, non-binary, gender fluid, or transgender. You must be planning to enroll full-time in technology, engineering, math, or computer science, or any related graduate study at a 2 or 4-year college or university. You have to have a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. You need one transcript, one letter of recommendation, and a statement of career and educational goals, like your future goals and objectives. And financial need will be considered, but is not a major factor. This is due March 13th, 2025. And if you have any questions, let me know. Finally, disability scholarships at Microsoft. Let me pull that up. Let's talk about it. As soon as I can find it. All right, here we go. The Microsoft Disability Scholarship, seeking to empower students interested in STEM and technology. There will be 8 scholarships of $20,000 each that are renewable and distributed over 4 years. So if you win this scholarship for $20,000, they're going to break it up. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Good math. Good job. So these awards are renewable for up to 3 years or until you earn your bachelor's degree, whichever happens first. You need to maintain a 2.0 on a 4.0 scale. Let's see who is eligible. To apply to the Microsoft Disability Scholarship, you must be a high school senior living with a disability. That includes visual, hearing, mobility, cognitive, speech disability, or any other disability. You must be planning to enroll in a 2 or 4-year program at university or college. You must be majoring in the following: engineering, computer science, computer information systems, law, business, or any related field like paralegal, pre-law, finance, business administration, or marketing. You must demonstrate a passion for technology, have a 2.5 on a 4.0 scale. You're going to need your transcript, I don't see anything about a recommendation. You need to know what your future goals are, and you have to write an essay. I keep telling you, your essay is key. You need to share your idea for a new technology innovation that would enhance the lives of people with disabilities. Explain how this differs from existing solutions, those that already exist, and how it relates to your plans to be engaged in the technology industry. 3,000 characters is the maximum. Oh, you do need a recommendation. And that recommendation is online from a faculty or staff member at your school or in the community that has worked with you in a supervisory role. And that is due March 13th. There you go. So you've got Blacks at Microsoft, the Disability Microsoft Scholarship, and Women at Microsoft. 3 huge opportunities for you to get busy this month in the month of February. So there you go. What else is due in February? Well, we've got lots of HBCU scholarships from the United Negro College Fund and the Thurgood Marshall College Fund also. I might talk about some of those. Let me see what's interesting here. I have a list here. I have a veterinarian scholarship for Tuskegee students with a summer program attached that's due March 1st. I have a poultry science summer immersion program for students that are in North Carolina interested in the poultry industry. That application is due February 28th. For students at Spelman and Morehouse, I have an early college program in art history and curatorial studies. That program, the deadline is April 1st. It opened today. North Carolina A&T Research Apprenticeship Program. It's open now, and the deadline is February 28th. The Harvard Summer Venture in Management Business Program for college juniors and seniors making an impact in their school or community, and you are graduating in the class of 25 or the class of 26. This opens next week, and the deadline is March 28th. Fund for Education Abroad Scholarship, $10,000, due February 7th. Okay, and the NFBPA Scholarship Program for Black students that are current full-time undergraduates at an HBCU, up to $10,000, due February 12th. The Community Impact Scholarship from the Law Office of Jerry Andrews must be a current undergraduate student. You do not have to be majoring in law or pre-law, $2,500, due February 12th. And I have this list. If you email me, you get a free list. You get several lists. You get a welcome email, and you get like 3 or 4 free scholarship lists from me. So I encourage you to reach out. And I have a Substack. This podcast is courtesy of Substack. I'm trying something new tonight. I usually try to multitask. I try to use Substack and Google Meets and a couple other things, but this podcast is being brought to you solely by Substack. So please subscribe to my Substack. It's free. It's amazing, where you can find this podcast. You can find my daily blog and my daily newsletter on scholarships and financial aid. So get on Substack and subscribe today. HBCU Week and AstraZeneca for high school seniors with a minimum of a 3.0 GPA, majoring in STEM or supply chain related majors, $25,000 up to $132,000, due February 17th. That's a great scholarship. Wait a minute now. HBCU Week, I think that HBCU Week is somehow connected with Stephen A. and Molly on their show on ESPN, because he does talk often about HBCUs, and he brings on people from HBCUs. And I see the slogan HBCU Week. I wonder if that's Stephen A's, if that's him. I need to investigate that, because $130,000 for high school seniors with a 3.0 that are headed to an HBCU, majoring in STEM, any STEM. Now, STEM scholarships are funny because a lot of times they'll say STEM, but they will exclude nursing, which is idiotic to me because nursing is STEM. You need science and math to be a nurse. They will exclude pre-med. They will exclude a lot of healthcare majors, which I think is just ridiculous, because all of those majors require science, technology, and math. I don't know, but we're moving on. HBCU Week Scholarship for high school seniors with a minimum of a 2.75 GPA planning to attend an HBCU all 4 years, $40,000. This might be Stephen A giving away all this money. I need to investigate because look. They have an HBCU week, a partnership with the NFL, $10,000. They have the HBCU week and a Lexus scholarship, like the car, the Lexus, $10,000. And these are all due February 17th. That's crazy. So I need to investigate if HBCU week is connected to Stephen A and First Take on ESPN. Let me find that out. But all of these scholarships you get when you email me, I give you a free list. Happy to do it. Happy to give it to you. There was one other thing I wanted to talk to you all about. I wanted to talk about that man in office. I wanted to talk about the federal funding freeze. I wanted to talk about Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. We're still Black, whether they cancel it or not. You can't cancel me. I'm Black all day, every day. I want to talk about Microsoft, Blacks at Microsoft, women at Microsoft, disability scholarships at Microsoft. I wanted to talk about the HBCU scholarships. That might have been it. If I don't write things down, I'm of the age now that I don't write these things down, I'm going to forget them. So I'm posted up here in Elizabeth's old room, which she kicks me out of when she's home from college, but I'm taking care of her plant. These are her lights. I need somewhere to film, right? So there was one last thing. I can't remember what it was. Oh my goodness. I had a webinar today. Make sure you get the download and the recording of that. I don't know. Maybe because I'm sipping on the sake. I'm not remembering much. But please know and understand that I am here for you to give you and bring you all things scholarship, financial aid, FAFSA, the CSS profile, grants. We don't do loans over here. You know, we're debt-free degree over here. We got scholarship checks in the mail, refund checks in the bank, which, by the way, I got a check in the mail for Liz. $2,500. Cha-ching. In the bank. We don't do loans over here. So thank you so much for listening. I think that's it. I don't think I had anything else to share. If you need a free February list, please see me, email me. Please keep following. We don't know how long TikTok is going to be, 90 days or 9 days. Who knows? You can find me right here on Substack, uploading videos, doing the podcast, doing the blog, doing the newsletter. Substack is where it's at. Continue to follow me on Instagram and, of course, on YouTube. Have a safe week. Have a blessed week. And I will see you next Saturday. Wait, I need my theme music. Let me pull it up. You know, I have podcast equipment, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, I got to get my oldest child up here to help me out. Like, I've got a microphone and a soundboard and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what to do with any of it. So, Kahari's going to have to help me. And he's going to have to help me edit and put all this together and make it make sense. But until then, happy Saturday. You play my theme music. Wait, it's not playing. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why isn't it playing? Oh my goodness. Can y'all hear that? There it is. See y'all next Saturday.